What if a 16-year-old could break the digital barrier for millions of citizens? Meet Divyana, who turned her grandparents' struggle during COVID into Dive. Do it very easily, a platform that helps the older generation master technology with confidence.
I think it was seeing how during COVID-19 my grandparents were isolated in India, and they had no way of contacting relatives, friends anywhere outside of their house because of the isolation that they went through. And this kind of led to something called digital loneliness, where they didn't know how to use their phones, but they also had no accompaniment at their homes. And so it was a really important part of their lives. Technology became a really important part of their lives, and how integrating that into sending voice messages, contacting their relatives on Zoom, modem calls, WhatsApp video calls. It was all essential for them to overcome that digital loneliness and that isolating barrier. And so I realized then that, well, it's not just my grandparents that are facing this, but it's like the grandparents of the entire world that are potentially facing this.
While many young people chase innovation for recognition or success, Divyana's journey began with something much deeper care.
My grandparents was how I started this entire initiative, but in terms of personal connection, something that I look at in the framework of Dive as a whole is conversing as well as co-learning. And so what I do with all of my senior citizen students is we first converse with each other. What do they like? How do they like to learn? How can I help them learn? And then I ask them, how would they like me to teach? And essentially that conversing, that personal kind of connection that you build with each and every senior citizen adds up and enhances the way they tend to usually comprehend things.
Today, Dive has empowered 3,000 plus seniors across 12 countries through workshops, WhatsApp communities, and 1,500 plus pocket guides, with a dream to expand into 50 plus languages to help the senior citizens in the world. Her advice to young change makers is:
an advice that I would like to give to young change makers is essentially, Dive stands for do it very easily, and our slogan is learning has no age. And this is the very embodiment of the fact that age does not define how you learn. Instead, it's the skill, it's the willingness and the ability for one to actually put in the effort to take the time out for themselves and actually do something for themselves. And I think if that drive is there within every person, you, me, the audience, whoever, it kind of automatically motivates the person to do big things and great things. And there's age or the ability or the skill that shouldn't define how you approach these things.